Pappas from Queen City Risk Management. You can visit us online at queencityrm.com. We're a local insurance agency in Buffalo, New York, and we do service all of New York State. Currently, we help families with home, auto, landlord insurance, renters insurance, umbrella policies, and very soon we're going to be doing commercial lines insurance as well. And we're really excited about that. This is one of our first video broadcasts. We're going to be doing these about twice a month. The goal with them is to keep you up to date with ways to save time, money, and to get the service you deserve. We also, we just want to teach you about insurance. If there's a way that we can help you, we want to do that. Queen City Risk Management is committed to helping you protect what matters most. I'll tell you a little bit about me and about Queen City Risk Management. So I've been in the insurance industry for about 5 years. I worked for a major insurance company for a while, started off in customer service, moved to a service and sales hybrid position, and eventually moved into the underwriting side of things. If you have no idea what underwriting is, that's totally fine. Most people don't. It's pretty much all the behind-the-scenes work at an insurance company. It was really neat because I got to see behind the scenes how policies worked and some of the rating behind policies, and I eventually got to be part of a fraud underwriting team, which was a ton of fun. But recently, my wife and I decided to start up our own agency, and here we are. One of the things we want to do every week, or every time that we do one of these broadcasts, is to share a fun fact about Buffalo. So we're from Buffalo, New York. We love Buffalo. We're super passionate about our city, so we're just going to try and share a fun fact about different things going on in the city, maybe some historical facts, different things. The one that I wanted to share with you right now is about the Richardson Building. That's definitely my favorite building in the city. It's just really, really cool. I love the architecture of the building. I just think it's just really, really cool. They are actually renovating the building. So it's the Richardson Building, I should probably clarify. The Richardson Building is the old Psych Center over on Forest Ave. But they're renovating the building, and I'm told they're turning it into a hotel and banquet center. And I'm sure they have a ton more additional plans for which I'm excited to see. They're also doing hard hat tours through it. I haven't taken one yet, but I would like to really, really soon. So I'll get kind of into what we're going to share with you guys today. We're going to be talking about things that you may not be covered for in your insurance that you may not have known about. Specifically, home businesses, extensive personal liability, floods and earthquakes, and war. Honestly, the major solution to this is to make sure you're working with an insurance professional who knows your situation. So I'll just kind of dig into a little bit of the article we wrote recently. So for home businesses, while some of your business equipment might be covered, generally speaking, none of the business liability is covered in most cases. One way to think about this is along the lines of a photographer who's doing a video shoot. Maybe they're doing it for a baby, and they invite the family over to their home studio, and the clumsy dad trips on one of your cords, breaks his arm, and guess who the one who gets sued is? Unfortunately, that's you. There are plenty of examples of this kind of thing, but if you work at home or have some kind of pricey equipment, you want to make sure that you do have some kind of business insurance. If you're wondering whether or not you need that, give me a call. I'm happy to help. The next thing is extensive personal liability. This is stuff you see all the time. Somebody gets hurt in a car, you're already probably finishing some attorney's tagline, and then they sue. This is what happens. We live in a very lawsuit-happy world, and sometimes people sue for tons of money. But if you're thinking about those lawsuits, you're thinking about the lawyers' commercials you see on TV. The numbers that you see scrolling along the bottom of the screen, those probably are not the same numbers you see listed on your home or auto policy. Generally, they're upwards, they're $1 million or upwards, at least the ones that the attorneys show you. But most of your policies don't cover you for that extensive personal liability. One example of how that might come into play. Maybe your kid plays baseball, he's warming up, and a friend comes over and he accidentally hits his friend in the eye with the bat. The kid's parents can actually sue you. And again, it's not something that would be super surprising if it happened. I mean, you find it also in car suit liability or car accident liability lawsuits. Like if you hit someone else and they have extensive medical injuries and other things they can try and sue you for. Like you have the medical injuries, and then you have all the things that go along with that, all the liability that can go along with that. They can sue you for that, and you'd want to make sure you have something in place to protect you. To do that, you need to get an umbrella policy. An umbrella policy goes over your home and auto policy, and the policies start out at $1 million of additional protection. Super, super worth it. I talk to a lot of my clients about it. If you do work with me and we haven't talked about it, give me a call so we can talk about it. But most of you probably already have quotes from me. We try and add this to a lot of our package quotes, and I've seen rates as low as $125 for a year, and that's for $1 million in liability coverage. Something to think about. Definitely worth your time to look into. All right, next one is floods and earthquakes. Yeah, you're not covered for those. It's one of those things. Who knew? Maybe there's some other insurance nerds out there, but the average person has no idea. And for earthquakes, I get it. We live in the Northeast. We don't have earthquakes. You're right. Maybe it doesn't matter. But at least, you can use the fun fact at your next cocktail party or, next party you're at. You can share this fun fact with your friends. If you do want earthquake coverage, we can throw it on as a rider on your homeowner's policy. Super easy to do. The next one matters a little bit more, I promise, kind of. So according to the National Flood Insurance Program, moderate to low risk areas submit 20% of flood insurance claims. If you've ever had significant water damage, you know that it can be a huge mess to clean it up. But, you can add flood insurance on. It's a separate policy from your homeowners. But you can get that. It's not super expensive. I just did one for my house. We live in the town of Tonawanda, and it was around $400 or $450 for the year to cover our house and the contents within it in case of a flood. Just something to think about. Again, maybe you think it doesn't matter. It's never going to happen. Maybe you're right, but if you want to make sure that you're covered for it, it's something we can help you with. But there is one water-related claim that does pop up a bunch. Speaking to the Western New York crowd, water and sewer backup. It totally happens. You have things in your if you get enough water, you have things in your basement like your furnace, your washer and dryer, maybe your water heater. It's a coverage that's worth having. We throw it on a lot of our homeowners policies. Normally for $5,000 in coverage, you're looking at $40-50 a year extra. So if you don't have that on your current policy, or even if you just want somebody to review your policy and check to make sure you do have that, give me a call. I'll review it with you. And the last thing on here is war. This is more of just a free insurance factoid of the day than anything that you can actually cover yourself for. But war is not covered in most insurance policies. So that's it. Unfortunately, I don't have a solution for you for that one. I'm sorry. But anyways, the solution to all these things: make sure you're working with an insurance professional, somebody who knows you. Somebody who knows your situation can talk to you and discuss what you do need for insurance, and somebody who will take the time to help you out. Anyway, so one other thing, there's more value to having a personal agent than that too. It's nice to not just be a policy number to someone, but to have personal service that you can trust. And I really believe that that's something that we've created here at Queen City Risk Management. Again, any of this you want to talk about with me, give me a call. The phone number is 716-704-2833. You can visit us online as well. You can even get quotes right online from multiple companies. And the website is queencityrm.com. Again, until next time, I'm Jason Pappas, the owner of Queen City Risk Management, and I hope you have a great day today. Thanks for your time.